We're staying in our ground floor plan underscore rev3.dwg. And we've got one more video for this particular chapter, and it's all about the AutoCAD shortcut menu, which comes up on the right click on the mouse. Now, I'm going to take you through it, and I'm going to zoom in on this area of the drawing. Can you see where these doors are? There's a little bit of space there. I'm going to work in that space there. And what I'm going to do is just make sure that we're on the layer 0. So there's layer 0, top of the list of the layers there. And we're going to draw some lines, and I'm going to show you how the right-click menu works. Now, the actual name for the right-click menu is right-click mouse button context-sensitive shortcut menu. So you can probably guess why I just call it the shortcut menu, right? So it is just the shortcut menu, or sometimes known as the right-click menu. Now, what I'm going to do is go to the Draw panel on the Home tab on the ribbon and click on the Line command. I'm going to come into the drawing area here, and I'm just going to draw a random line. I'm going to click once, drag upwards, click again. So there's my line segment that I've drawn. Now, I can draw as many line segments as I want. So I can come along here, use a bit of polar tracking, come down a bit, use a bit of polar tracking. And I'm going to come over here now, but what I'm going to do for this line segment is I'm going to right-click, and you'll notice the shortcut menu looks different. And it is because it's context sensitive right now. It's context sensitive to the line command that I'm working in. But I can also go into OSnap overrides and select something like mid between 2 points, which is a snap that you don't normally get on a regular OSnap menu. So I go mid between 2 points, and I want to go between that point of the doorway and that point of the doorway, 2 endpoints. Can you see it's gone to the mid between 2 points, like so? And then I can come down here, click again, click again, click again. Now, it may be that you've messed up one of your line segments. So what I can do now is I can right click and undo within the line command. And that undoes each line segment. So can you see that? I'm just right clicking each time and selecting undo. There we go. Selecting undo again, right click, and I'm all the way back to where I was before. Now, don't draw all your line segments. Press enter to close the line command and then undo. Because if you do that, it'll basically cancel out your last line command and get rid of all of your line segments. If you make a mistake within the line command, it's a right click and undo, and it undoes that last line segment. So what I can do now is I can just right click, select enter, and there you go. That's the equivalent of pressing the enter key on the shortcut menu as well. So that's left us with our original first line segment. Now, without anything selected, I can also right click, and that'll bring up the default shortcut menu. So you can see there, I can repeat the line command. I can repeat recent input. So there's the recent commands that I've used. I can use the clipboard. I can also use the isolate tools, which we'll cover later. But there's all these different tools available, like the calculator, counting objects in your drawing, finding objects in your drawing. And that's all on the default right click with no commands or any objects selected. Now, if I select my line like that and then right click, again, it looks different. Because now I've still got the repeat line, repeat input, etc. But I've got tools that I can use with my object. I can erase it, I can move it, I can copy it. I can add selected objects. I can select similar objects. I can deselect all the objects that I've got selected and so on. So there's properties there. I can look at the properties of that line. So if I click on properties, opens up the properties palette, for example. So there's all these different tools that are context sensitive depending on what you're doing when you right click on your mouse to bring up that shortcut menu. So with the line still selected now, all I'm going to do is right click and I'm going to go to erase. And we're now back to where we were before without any line segments in that particular area. So now you can just double click on the wheel to zoom extents back to the visible extents of the visible objects. And that's your shortcut menu in AutoCAD. Now my suggestion is there, a little bit of a call to action there for you, is to have a little play around with that shortcut menu. See what you can do with it. See how it can make you work more effectively in your AutoCAD drawings.